This is a seriously early start time, isn't it? I don't know why I said 9:15 when I listed this. I'm pretty sure I should have said 9:30 because it kind of messed up my listing for Friday night. I know, I don't know what I was thinking. Sometimes I lose my collective mind, don't I? I guess it wouldn't be a collective mind. There you go, further evidence of the fact that I've lost my grip. All right, so tonight we're opening two breaks. Half case of Gold Rush autographed basketball jerseys, and then a full case of Donruss basketball. Yes, that's why I started at 9:15, because full case of Donruss basketball, that's going to take forever. What was I thinking there too? I don't know. Anyway, we've got a little info to go over before we get started tonight, so let's get cracking with that. Feedback. I have it set to be automated, so you don't ever have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. It's a win-win. I like it. And, of course, the other message there is to say thanks. I do appreciate all of you who come by and chat and hang out with me. You keep me company during the breaks. And, of course, all of you who bid and break with me. Always glad to have you along for the ride. We are taking a look right now at what's coming up in the days ahead. It looks a little light, doesn't it? It looks like I'm slacking off a slight bit. I don't know. I think I need to get busy again. I think I've scheduled us a little light in the days ahead. So tomorrow night we're going to open a half case of Leaf Autograph Mini Football helmets, and it's going to be the start of a new case. We're also going to open a full case of TriStar Game Day Greats autograph football jerseys. So the reason we're doing a light night tomorrow night is because, yes, indeed, you got it. I've got to sort all this Donruss basketball, and I've got a couple of other things to sort as well. So I didn't want to pile more onto it. So that's the deal for Monday night, just a couple of memorabilia breaks tomorrow night. Tuesday, we'll do a full case of Prism football, and that seems to be taking us about this side of forever every time we break it, so I scheduled it all by its little bitty self. On Wednesday, the 14th, we will open a Hit Parade 4th and Goal football box that's got 4 autographed memorabilia items in it. I've got 2017-18 Flawless basketball back in stock. Yes, I do. Paid through the nose for it, but I don't know. I feel like we haven't hit what we need to hit yet in that product, so we're going to give it another go. We'll break that on Wednesday night along with certified basketball, which we will break by the full case. On Thursday, and that's its release day, by the way, certified, comes out on Wednesday. On Thursday, we're going to break more 17-18 Flawless basketball and more Prism football. On Friday, Flawless Collegiate basketball comes out, and I did manage to get that listed. I was also planning to list certified basketball and Triple Threads baseball, but guess what? I didn't get it done. I got tied up in messages, and then the next thing you know, oh my gosh, the break started early, and there you go. But I am probably going to list some things on 3-day auctions that will plug in there to Friday night, but they're not going to show up until Tuesday night when I would list them. So look for more to add in on Friday night, but you're not going to see it for a couple more days. What we're looking at here, shipping information, etc. Our free shipping break tonight, of course, is our autographed basketball jerseys, and our paid shipping break is Donruss basketball. Guys, keep in mind there's absolutely no mail service tomorrow, which is Monday for Veterans Day. That's Veterans Day is actually today, but it's observed tomorrow for the purposes of mail service and things like that. So that means all the labels that I print tomorrow won't really go out until Tuesday. So be aware of that, because I will be shipping all day tomorrow, but just won't actually be picked up until Tuesday. I am projecting that our basketball jerseys will get out the door on or about Saturday the 17th. The free shipping stuff's always projected out 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. Paid shipping break tonight of Donruss basketball projecting out the door on or about Thursday. Consolation cards. If your team is not pulled, you don't hit anything in the break, don't have to worry about that in Donruss. Everybody's going to pull cards in there. But if you're in this basketball jersey break and you don't hit, your consolation card, which can be from any year in any series, Typically, because it's a free shipping break, I hang on to those until the next time you have a package going. And then I gather up any that you're due. I do track it for a rolling 90-day period, and then I send them out all at once. However, if you don't want to wait for that next package and you'd like to have it sent to you right away, all you need to do is send me a message and ask me. I will gladly take care of that. I've got people that instead of asking me, they just open cases instead. And like, I don't know. Why don't you just ask? I don't know if you don't ask. But anyway, what are you going to do? So first up tonight is 3 boxes of 2018 Gold Rush Series 2 autograph basketball jerseys. It's a half case break. It is break number 4, the back half of the case. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Sunday night, the 11th of November. And of course, we had this Superfly early start time of 9:15 Eastern. Yikes, why did I do that? I should have at least said 9:30. Our team names, of course, are on the left-hand side. Winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. Had a couple of teams that didn't sell. Those are noted there as no bids buyback. That would be the Hawks and the Nets. So if anything were to come out for one of those teams, that just means it's going to hang out here with me. Otherwise, it'll go out to one of you. And of course, a new spreadsheet will go up for Donruss basketball, which we'll be taking a look at shortly once we do our jersey break here. Last but not least, I'm taking autofocus out of the picture. It does make your background go out of focus a little bit, but that's on purpose. Don't worry. You're going to be able to see everything. Don't sweat it. We just don't like all that zooming in and out, right? Jay Allen is here. Oh, man, you already took the mullet pick down. Dang it. That made me laugh so hard last night, Jay Allen. That was like the most awesome picture. Now we just have to wait for Scott to show up with his. He said he was going to change those too. Lashman, you do have several teams in here. You're saying you hope one of these jerseys is yours. I hope it is, man. You've got several teams in here. I think Jay Allen's got a couple of teams in here as well. Of course, I don't remember. You know me. I don't always remember who's got what, but I do remember that you had a few. Well, this might be a Supersonic. And if it is, that means it's an Oklahoma City Thunder. Because it is. It's Shawn Kemp. And there, of course, is your JSA authentication paper, your JSA authentication sticker, your Shawn Kemp autograph right there. And for anybody who doesn't know this, I think most of you have broken with me enough that you do know it. But cards and items always stay with their franchise. This one's got threads hanging off of it and everything. And of course, the former Seattle Supersonics are the current Oklahoma City Thunder. So that nice little Shawn Kemp there is going to head to the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight. Making a little noise right out of the bat, right off the bat. So somebody sent me a message asking me about the Houston jersey that you guys, can you see that? Well, you probably can't. If I turn it, now it's upside down, but you can see it. It's helpful to be upside down, right? Anyway, I always thought that was a Houston Rockets jersey. I haven't looked at it very closely, but apparently it's a Houston collegiate jersey of some type that has a multitude of signatures on it. And so guys, if we ever were to pull that, you know how it would work if it really is collegiate and it has a multitude of signatures, and we're going to assume that it is because that's what he told me it was. Then of course we would have to look each of those up painstakingly to find out what teams they went to, and then someone would have to own 51% or more to take it outright. And if no one owned 51% or more, then it would go by way of random amongst the teams represented on the jersey. JSA paper authentication, and this is a nice one. There is a JSA matching sticker, and it is Shaq, baby. Shaquille O'Neal for the Lakers. Loving that quite a lot. And you know what? I'm looking at it. It looks kind of black on the camera. I don't know why. That's obviously, not obviously to you because it looks black, but it is actually purple, and I don't know why it's looking kind of weird on the camera, but I guess I need to get that overhead light fixed. I keep saying that, but it takes a really, really tall ladder, and I don't have a ladder that tall. I got to hire somebody to come in and do it. So our next out is the nice Shaquille O'Neal for the Lakers. So Lakers and Thunder are in the books. We've got one to go. Let's see who it is. Jay Allen, you need a Pacer or a Hornet. Okay, well, let's try to find you a Pacer or a Hornet. So this is probably the last of the half cases that we're going to do of these. We're probably going to go back to single box breaks on the basketball jerseys and the baseball jerseys and probably even the football jerseys too before too long. So from here on out, we'll probably do them in singles like we used to. And we might do one or two that are two at a time, but I don't think we'll do many more half cases. And our last out tonight, is that JoJo White, maybe? That is JSA authentication paper. There's your JSA sticker. There is your autograph, Hall of Fame inscription. And this looks like a Boston Celtics custom jersey here. So the Celtics and the Lakers and the Thunder hit tonight. J. Ellen, you said that Green Bay Packers jersey looked black the other night too. How strange. I don't know why that is, because you know what? The camera should be... the only thing I can think of is because I have that one light. It's not directly overhead, but it is an overhead light kind of off a little bit that is out. And I've got to get somebody with like a 2-story ladder to come in here and fix it. And I haven't done that yet. And that's the only thing I can think of as to why the color would look kind of weird, because it didn't used to. So I don't know. Anyway, let's recap our jerseys. Of course, the Celtics with white that we just looked at, followed by, I should have folded these better. Yeah, we'll fold them better before I send them to you, of course. Followed by the Shaquille O'Neal for the Lakers. And even though that looks black, it's purple. And I don't know why it shows up black in the video. That's really weird. And, of course, this beauty, Shawn Kemp for the Supersonics. And, of course, former Seattle Supersonics are the current Oklahoma City Thunder, so that one's headed to OKC. That has jerseys wrapped up. We are going to be headed into a full case of Donruss basketball. Let me get this up on the table. And then we're going to bring up our spreadsheet information so that we can take a look at who's in this break with 3,000 cards in it. Yeah, you heard that right. 3,000 cards. All right, so you probably saw this already. But if you did not, Thursday most likely out the door on this Donruss basketball. And of course the jerseys on or before Saturday. Free shipping breaks always projected about a week after the fact, although often they go sooner than that. In fact, quite often they go sooner than that. So this is 10 boxes, jumbo boxes, of 2018-19 Donruss basketball. It's a full case break. It's break number 3. Our team name's on the left. Winning bidders across from it's on the right-hand side. One thing didn't sell in here, that's the Nets. And, of course, then anything, comes out for the Nets would stay with me. Other than veteran base. So you guys probably remember we've talked about this. And, of course, it was in the listing. Hopefully everybody read it and everybody knows it. Veteran base has its own bidding position. That's right down here. So P. McMillan 2011 is going to get all of the veteran base because he won that bidding position. Here's what that means to you. If you've got one of the teams, you get everything but the veteran base. So you're going to get all the numbered cards, short prints, relics, inserts, autographs, all that stuff. Anything that says rated rookie on it, all that's going to come to you just like it normally would if you have one of the teams. Why can I not get into the case? The only thing you are not going to get is the veteran base. So, just plain old base for veterans. And that's all going to go to that one bidding spot. So if you have any questions when this stuff goes by and is being opened, if you have a question about, hey, where is this going, flag me down and ask me so that we can clarify it. First, I got to get all these boxes out of here. There's a lot of them. There's 10 of them. They're jumbo boxes. Some of these little short, squatty boxes that they put in a really strangely sized case. Brody's here. Hey, Brody. So, Brody, we did not have any unpaid tonight. How about that? I know, right? Big Joshy boy, we had basketball jerseys tonight, actually, but I'm assuming that that's what you meant, if the basketball jerseys have broken yet, and they have. Those are already in the books, my friend. And we are rocking and rolling with some Donruss basketball right now. So we're looking for 300 cards per box. We've got 2 autographs per box on average, and that turns out to be kind of important with Panini because the other night they shorted us an autograph, and that wasn't very much fun, but every once in a while they'll kind of jack you around with that, and that's why it says on average. And it also means that sometimes they replace our hits with Panini Rewards Points cards. If that happens tonight and we get something replaced with Rewards Points, we will divvy those up using random.org at the end of the break. Yes, the football jerseys broke last night. Big Joshy boy. That video is already up, of course, to watch from last night. But yeah, pretty much everything, virtually, I mean, I would say 99.9% of my breaks, they break the same night that they end. Oh, we got the weird, okay. Something about some of the colors on these boxes, my little camera gets like overwhelmed by it or something. I'm trying to move us out of space because it gives us that weird sort of red color we saw just a second ago. So I just scooted some of our boxes a little on either side to give it a clearer path. So we have a little something better to look at. So here's the deal with this, guys. These are jumbo packs structured much like Topps structures their jumbo packs. In that, there's a whole bunch of base at the front. There's a whole bunch of base at the back. And in the middle of every pack is where we find our inserts, our numbered cards, our hits, and all that kind of stuff. So the front and back of the packs, we kind of cut a path through. And we stop and spend a little more time on our inserts. This is a press-proof Deladova for the Bucks. It's numbered to 49, Blue Parallel Sunburst. Then a Court Kings insert, a Rookie Kings insert, Swishful Thinking, All Heart, and Retro. We're going to find loads of those, of each of those types of inserts as we go along. So all of this stuff that you see like that, guys, that is veteran base, as I'm sure most or many or all of you know. And veteran base is always going to go to that bidding spot. The stuff that says rated rookies in our base cards, of course, those are not veteran, they're rookie. So those go, like this one, to the actual team. Anything, of course, that is numbered or says press proof or anything like that, like this one, for instance, will go to the team because it is a numbered card. It's numbered to 349 with Ryan Anderson and the Suns. And of course we get right there in that's the start of our juicy little center of this pack. So a Court Kings for the Thunder, Hall Kings, the Suns, Retro Shaq for the Lakers, Takeoff, All Clear for Takeoff. We'll find a bunch of those inserts as well. That one was Dominique Wilkins. Then we have the Greek Freak, All Stars for the Bucks. And then back to the base. So that's kind of how we're going to roll through these breaks. And if you have any questions about any of it, or again, if you have any confusion about what's considered veteran base versus what's shipping to the teams as normal, all you need to do is jump in and let me know. Jay Allen, you have the Hornets, and Anthony, you have the Knicks. Oh, Anthony, are you looking for my man Kevin Knox, perhaps? We're stopping on this one for just a minute because I want to just point something out to you. You see he's in a Rockets uniform, right? So if that goes by, you might think, oh, that's the Rockets. But the Suns is designated on the card. And, of course, in little bitty tiny print right there, it says he was traded to the Suns, and it gives you the date of the trade. It's always going to go to the team that is on the card. Not the uniform that you see, but the team name that's printed on the card. So just be aware of that. Because sometimes you might see a player go by and you just see the uniform, and then you get your cards and you think, hey, wait, where's that guy? Yeah, no, that's how it works. So Donovan Mitchell and the Jazz for a Court Kings insert. We have a press proof Red Sunburst /99 for Mr. Tripper himself, Grayson Allen, and the Utah Jazz. Rookie Kings for the Wizards with Troy Brown Jr., Court King, Steph Curry, and the Warriors. An all-heart Durant for the Warriors. My candidate for Rookie of the Year already is Luka Doncic, and there's the Rookies insert for the Mavericks, and retro Dennis Johnson for the Celtics. Of course, you all, those of you who break with me all the time, you know I love Doncic. I said before the draft, I said I would take him #1 overall, and I thought he'd be Rookie of the Year. My opinion hasn't changed. I still think that. Hi, Toby. I see Anthony hooked me up there and typed in the answer to your question about what jerseys hit. So thank you for hooking me up on that, Anthony. And you got Toby filled in on it. Oh, are we asking about last night? Oh, football from last night? I thought Toby was asking about tonight's. It was Big Joshy Boy, I think, that was asking about last night. And last night was, oh boy, I don't even remember who last night was other than Joe Montana. That is a press proof retro series, Shaquille O'Neal for the Lakers. Those press proofs like that are not numbered for the most part. Hall Kings, Spurs, Court Kings, Raptors, all clear for takeoff, Spud Webb, and the Hawks. There is a James Harden All-Star for the Rockets, a retro Baron Davis for the Hornets. So, yeah, from last night, guys, who was it last night in football? It was Joe Montana. It was the guy from the Raiders, the coach, Lou Holtz. He was one of them. And I had to look up what team he was associated with. The only NFL team he was ever associated with was the Jets. He coached them for he was a coach for the Jets for 1 season. So it went to the Jets because it was a custom jersey, collegiate, and the guy was not a player. He was coach and only had 1 NFL affiliation, so that's where it went, and I don't remember what the 4th one was. Derek Favors and the Jazz, that is numbered to 5, so our first autograph hit out is a nice low-numbered one, Significant Signatures, Derek Favors. Hall Kings, Mutombo for the Sixers, Rookie Kings, Robert Williams for the Celtics. The Warriors have an all-star, a wishful thinking Steve Kerr for the Bulls, Paul Pierce Hart for the Celtics. And so, did anybody watch the Patriots game today by chance and see Tom Brady get tackled by a blade of grass? I mean, was that not the saddest thing you've ever seen? It was just so sad. If you did not see it, you need to go look it up on YouTube because here's what happened. Edelman, it was a trick play. Edelman throws the ball to Brady as a receiver, and Brady catches the ball in open space, nobody around him. And he turns with nobody around him, and I don't know, it's like he forgot how to run or something. Paul Pierce and the Celtics, that is a press-proof all-heart. There's a Court Kings for the Jazz, Hall Kings for the Washington Wizards, who used to be called the Bullets. That's why it said Bullets. DeAndre Ayton, rookies insert for the Suns, a retro Tim Duncan for the Spurs, the Cavaliers with an all-star LeBron James. Note that LeBron is in here both ways, as a Laker and as a Cav. On the All-Stars, he's a Cavalier. I think most of the others that we find, he's a Laker. But anyway, so Brady catches the ball. He's got a clear path to get the first down. There's really nobody around him, and he just sort of forgets how to run or something. I can't even explain it. He got kind of just fell over. I mean, it was literally sort of like a blade of grass tackled him or the air tackled him or something. And yeah, he ends up short of the first down, and then they go for it on 4th down. They miss it and turn the ball over on downs. Of course, they got whipped today anyway. Wishful thinking, Steve Kerr and the Bulls. There's Oladipo, Court Kings for the Pacers. Rookie Kings, Grayson Allen for the Jazz. A retro Allen Iverson Sixers, followed by a Hart Allen Iverson for the Sixers. Dwight Howard and the Wizards. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, you should go put it in YouTube. It's in there. You can watch it. It's kind of funny, but even better than the play itself are all the memes that people have created about his inability to run the ball. And one of them is one of those things that really shouldn't probably be funny, but it was so funny. I laughed out loud. I just cracked up. So if you go on Twitter, of course, there's zillions of memes related to the fact that Tom Brady could not run with the ball today, even like a step. This is Elvin Hayes, Hall Kings for the Wizards. Landry Shamet here, numbered to 349. That is a press proof for the 76ers. And Rookie Kings, Ayton, nice, for the Suns. LaMarcus Aldridge, Court Kings for the Spurs. And All Heart, Dwayne Wade. And the Heat, he just had a baby. Well, his wife did. Retro Series, Magic Johnson, the Lakers. And then a Raptors takeoff with Tracy McGrady. So the meme that is very possibly the funniest thing I have seen in a long, long time is this little baby, not a baby, but like a toddler, like just barely learning how to walk kind of age. Just like got a big grin on its face, and it's like trucking across the floor in a little I just learned to walk sort of way. And all of a sudden, the family cat comes flying off of like a chair or a sofa and knocks the baby over and just takes off. And it sounds awful. You should not laugh at a baby getting knocked over, but yet it's really funny. And that's probably my favorite meme of the whole deal of the Tom Brady stuff. But you figure the baby wasn't hurt, right? Or the family wouldn't have posted the little video to begin with that someone made a meme out of. So there you go. To 199, there's a press proof for the Kings. Hall Kings, Oscar Robertson for the Bucks. Court Kings, Nowitzki and the Mavericks. Retro Payton for the Seattle Supersonics, which are the current Oklahoma City Thunder. All-Stars for the Celtics with Kyrie. A swishful Larry Bird for the Celtics. So any Supersonics that we find, of course, all are going to go to the Oklahoma City Thunder because why? Yeah, you got it. Cards always stay with their franchise. So when a franchise renames, relocates, all that kind of jazz, its cards or its items just follow along behind it. And so I guess Carmelo Anthony's about ready to get the boot, it looks like. That was a kind of a quick failed experiment, wasn't it? But all the little scuttlebutt today seems to indicate that they're getting ready to waive him. And I don't know. I don't know if anybody else will pick him up at this point. But that's kind of sad because Melo was, really good in the day. Grayson Allen for the Utah Jazz. And that is numbered to 99. Of course, you've got the relic there with the autograph. It's a little hard to see because the light is funky tonight, bouncing off of these boxes. But there is a little bit of chipping and wear kind of along your edges and corners. It's not anything dramatic at all, but there is a little bit there. Hall Kings for the Jazz, Rookie Kings, Chandler Hutchison for the Bulls. The Pistons with an all-star retro headed to the Blazers. All Heart for the T-Wolves, who I'm sure are quite glad to have Jimmy Butler out the door because I think he was really messing with the chemistry of the team. And you know what else? I think they should get rid of the coach with the T-Wolves. I know that's not like the PC thing to say. But man, I don't know what Tibbs is doing. He's just seems like he's just bringing in all these old guys that he used to coach with the Bulls. And he doesn't seem to have a very good plan for most of it. And I guess he ended up getting an okay return on investment, all things considered, for Jimmy Butler. But I think he kind of botched all that situation too. I don't know, man. I think it might be Tibbs, about time for Tibbs to be on the hot seat too. Jay Allen, that was 2 Jazz out of that box. Both hits out of box number 1 are the Jazz. There they are again. Of course, we recap it at the end of the break too. But since you asked, I decided I would just go ahead and show it to you right then. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have a hit for your Hornets. Devontae Graham and the Charlotte Hornets. Is that who you said you had tonight? It is, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Significant signatures, not numbered that I see, but nonetheless, there's a hit for your team, so you're hanging in there. Rookie Kings, Nets, Court Kings for the Rockets, all clear for takeoff. Dwight Howard. And note, once again, Wizards on the card. He's in his old uniform. I'm in a bad habit of saying the other team, but it is a Wizard for him, as is correctly noted on the card. That is the Thunder and then the Celtics. Jay Ellen, you said there's no room for PC in sports. Yeah, well, I kind of agree with you on that. I don't know. I just think Tibbs is just... He's kind of like how I feel about Gruden with the Raiders. Like, he just seems to me like he needs to modernize his approach. Of course, I think Gruden's whole idea is just tear down the entire team, and I think he decided that when he traded Khalil Mack. And I don't think he told his locker room that. I think he said, oh, yeah, that's going to be the only trade. And then, of course, he turns around and busts out Amari Cooper, and I think he'll probably get rid of Derek Carr at the end of the season. I would not be surprised. Press Proof Ray Allen Retro for the Bucks. A Hall Kings for the Spurs. There's Mo Wagner for the Lakers with a Rookie Kings. Wishful Thinking Celtics and Larry Bird. The Heat with Dwayne Wade again. And a retro for the Lakers with Magic Johnson. Yeah, Anthony, I kind of agree with you. He is a little bit of a dinosaur on both counts, actually. Talking about Tibbs or talking about John Gruden. But I mean, I guess his intent is just to completely tear down the team over there in Oakland, and they really didn't need to be completely torn down. I actually thought they were coming together kind of nicely. They needed a few holes plugged, but it wasn't anything outrageous, but it is now. Now it's a big gaping Grand Canyon size hole. Donovan Mitchell, all heart press proof for the Jazz. Court Kings, Ben Simmons in the Sixers. Hall Kings, Wilt Chamberlain in the Sixers. Retro for the Celtics. All-Stars, Warriors. Wishful Thinking, Bulls. But the interesting thing about it is that the Raiders fans, who are, of course, dreadfully mad that the team is moving to Las Vegas, so they kind of, they boo the team half the time anyway because they're leaving Oakland. But they all seem to love Gruden. I'm like, all right, well, he's kind of tearing apart, like, your team the last season that you're going to see them there, but they love him. You hear them. They'll be calling for him. Chucky, Chucky. And you're like, wait, what? How does that work? He comes in, blows up your team, and you love him and hate your team. It's kind of strange. This is number 349. It is a press proof Chandler Hutchison for the Chicago Bulls. Court Kings, Andrew Wiggins, T-Wolves, Ray Allen and the Heat with the Hall Kings. Takeoff, Tracy McGrady for the Raptors. The Pistons with an All-Star. Petrovic, retro for the Blazers. But I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see how things work in Philadelphia after the trade, after they get Jimmy Butler. Because for one thing, what does that mean for Markelle Fultz? Because, he's kind of already fighting to get playing time. I feel like Markelle Fultz is either going to be on the bench, which doesn't seem awfully logical for a first-round pick, even though he was injured and had then came back from rehab with the weird shot and all that. Somebody would pick the kid up. So I think he becomes trade bait after we get Jimmy Butler in there. Miles Turner and the Pacers with a Dominator autograph. That is number 299 and maybe checkerboard pattern, I think that looks like. Rookie Kings for the Hawks. Court Kings Wizards. A retro Grant Hill for the Pistons. All clear for takeoff. Blake Griffin in the Pistons. T-Wolves All-Stars. So, yeah, I'm not sure that Markelle Fultz is going to be playing too awfully long in Philadelphia. But I also think, I don't know, it's going to be an interesting mix watching him integrate in there. Because you got Embiid and Ben Simmons, and they're not going anywhere. And then you're going to add in Jimmy Butler. I mean, Ben Simmons kind of thinks he's fancies himself the point guard. And, of course, Markelle Fultz plays like he's the point guard, which is probably why they don't play very well together. And now you've got Jimmy Butler going to come in there. And, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in Philly. That is numbered to 99, Detroit Pistons, Stanley Johnson, press proof, red parallel, Sunburst or Starburst. I always forget which. Sunburst, I guess. Starburst is a candy, so Sunburst. Hall Kings for the Hawks. Rookie Kings for the Sixers. A retro for the Lakers. All Heart for the Warriors. There's Doncic again on a rookie's insert for the Mavericks. Anthony, I do not disagree with you. Anthony is saying that they should have dealt Markelle Fultz and kept Saric and Covington. I was really surprised that they traded Saric. I was shocked at that. I'm not as shocked that they traded Covington. And there was a third one in there, too. Who was the third one? There was a third player that went as well. And I can't remember who it was at the moment. And then they get back Butler and Patton. And my guess is they just waived Justin Patton. I mean, he's never been right. Been dealing with that injury since he was drafted. To 349, Jrue Holiday press proof for NOLA. Court Kings, DeRozan for the Spurs. Rookie Kings, Jerome Robinson for the Clippers. There's a Paul Pierce All Heart for the Celtics. Shaq Retro for the Lakers. That is the Hawks with Dominique Wilkins all clear for takeoff. So it was an interesting sort of trade all the way around. Like, I have a hard time envisioning how some of that's going to fit in Minnesota as well. So I think you might be right, Jay Allen. Too many cooks in the kitchen may apply on both sides, both for the Sixers and the T-Wolves. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it all shakes out, I guess. Swishful thinking, James Harden and the Rockets. A Court Kings, Kuzma and the Lakers. Rookie Kings, Michael Porter Jr. Nuggets. Kevin Garnett, T-Wolves, All Heart. A Kobe for the Lakers takeoff. A retro for the Sixers with Manute Bol. So, I don't know. And I'll also be interested to see if anybody picks up Melo after he gets cut. Because it does look like he's going to get cut. But I don't really see anywhere he fits either. So we'll see, I guess, how it all shakes out over the next few days. They're saying, I guess, Jimmy's going to be playing Wednesday night. So, not messing around. He's getting in and getting busy. Court Kings, Lowry, and the Raptors. That is a press proof for the Heat. It is numbered to 199. Isaiah Thomas, the original for the Pistons. Klay Thompson and the Warriors. The Bucks hit with Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. Retro Iverson for the Sixers. All Heart Iverson for the Sixers. Notice how those two seem to go together all the time. They follow one another in the order, in the lineup, if you will. That is one thing you will notice for sure. We're going to mostly see the same inserts over and over and over. There's a relatively limited checklist on the inserts from what I've seen. That is the Spurs. This is the Spurs. That is to 349 on the LaMarcus Aldridge press proofs. Reggie Miller and the Pacers. AD for NOLA. The Hornets with an All-Stars Kemba Walker. Swishful thinking for the Warriors. Nowitzki for the Mavericks with the All Heart. But now that Jimmy Butler's out of there, Karl Anthony Towns, who signed this big extension not that long ago, needs to just dominate that team. I mean, that was kind of, any excuse that would have been there would have been chemistry related, mostly related to Jimmy Butler. So Karl is an outstanding player. I think he is capable of more than you've seen of him so far. And now he needs to get about the business of being the face of the franchise. Meanwhile, down in Phoenix, what happens in Phoenix? They are somehow the black hole. They put all these talented kids in there, and they individually can play well, but somehow collectively the Phoenix Suns just keep getting their butts handed to them season after season. This is Okubo for significant signatures for the Suns. Speaking of. Hall Kings for the Celtics. Court Kings for the Bucks. The rookies with Trae Young and the Hawks. Retro Karl Malone for the Jazz. Thunder All-Stars with Russell Westbrook. But I'm starting to feel like the Phoenix Suns are like the Cleveland Browns. It's just where, it's not exactly where talent goes to die, but yet they can't seem to, they have all these great young guys on there, and they should be somehow playing so much better than they are. What is happening in Phoenix? Because they're not off to a great start this year either, by the by. This is Sam Jones for the Celtics. It is a Dominator, and it is numbered to 99 with the checkerboard pattern. Hall Kings Supersonics, which is Thunder. Court Kings for the Heat. A retro Stephon Marbury for the Suns. Take off Zach LaVine and the Bulls. The Warriors with an All-Stars insert. And I really should have just flipped those as I went, and I don't know why I didn't. Because then it was bugging me, and I had to flip them before I could put them down anyway. So there you go. It's kind of like having to have the money in my wallet all facing the same direction in the correct denominational order. Yep. Because I worked retail. Yes, I did when I was in fast food and all kinds of other stuff when I was in high school and college. And you had to get your money ready for the bank, and your money was put in denominational order, and everything was, facing the same way, all facing up and in the same direction and all that. And so to this day, I can't stand to have my money out of order. It's in my wallet, in my pocket, doesn't matter where it is. It's got to be in that order, or I feel compelled to fix it. This is to 99. It is a press proof for the Timberwolves with the red sunburst. Jay Allen, you do your money the same way? Yeah, I know, like most people don't seem to do it that way. Most people don't care how it's in there, but I really care how it's in there. It's got to be in there facing the right way and basically ready to go to the bank at any given time. Not that I'm necessarily taking it there, but it should be ready to go there. So, like if I'm in a car wreck and they open my wallet, they should see my money in good order. I'm just laughing. It's just, Jay Allen says it's called OCD. Well, if you knew me very well, you would know that I am not at all. Well, you do know me actually pretty well. You see me almost every night, but you probably have figured out I'm not very OCD about most things. I kind of let most things just kind of rock and roll and go with the flow and whatever. But the money thing, it just somehow all these years, it's just stuck with me. To 349, there's a press proof Ayton for the Suns. So that's useful if you have Phoenix. Rudy Gobert and the Jazz. Colin Sexton, Rookie Kings and the Cavs. The Thunder, All-Stars. Steve Nash and the Suns with a retro. There's a LeBron All-Heart. Noted as for the Lakers. He's in his Cavaliers jersey. Team noted as the Lakers. That's where it goes. So, yeah, I probably should be more OCD about some things because, well, we all know poor Latchman's been waiting on me to find those boxes for, 10 days now. I still haven't found them. I did get a little bit closer today. I did. And you know what? I found some stuff. This happens every time I go looking for those boxes for Latchman. I find stuff that I didn't remember I had. So I found a case of 2011 Prime Signatures football that I thought I was out of, but I have more of. I found another case of 2015 Lux football, which I thought I was out of, but we have another case of. I found an entire case of 2015 Black Gold football, which I got fairly recently, and at one time remembered that I had, but had subsequently forgotten that I had. Press Proof Trae Young, the rookies. And yeah, so I'm finding all kinds of stuff, but not Latchman stuff yet. Court Kings for the Bulls, Hall Kings Mavericks. That is All Heart for the Spurs. That is rookies Marvin Bagley and the Kings. A retro Magic with Anthony Hardaway. So yeah, I think I don't know what we're going to do with that 2015 Black Gold football. We might break that by the half case. Because honestly, I completely forgot that I had it. I got it maybe, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, something like that, with the intent of breaking it fairly soon after I got it. And I sat it down somewhere, and of course, new stuff comes in every week, and it got pushed to the back of some pile, and I didn't even remember that it was there. Klay Thompson and the Warriors, Court Kings, Press Proof. So, Latchman, you are helping me out in that sense. You're helping me find all kinds of stuff. Press Proof Kevin Knox, rated rookie to 199 for the New York Knicks, baby. Court Kings Durant and the Warriors, Lonnie Walker, rookie Kings for the Pacers. We have an All-Star, a Swishful Thinking for the Thunder, and All Heart Steph Curry for the Warriors. Jay Allen, you said you heard several cases you want to be part of the break for. I know, man. I got to get that stuff listed. My goal is to try to get, first of all, everything rounded up so I actually know what is here of older stuff. I mean, I know what's here for the most part of the new stuff. But the older stuff, it's kind of spread out. It's in several different places, and it's kind of here and there and everywhere, and I need to get it together, and I need to find out what's here. Then figure out how I want to break it, whether it's going to be cases or half cases or mixers or what. And then we got to get started about the business of getting it done. All-Stars for the Thunder, Trae Young, rookie Kings for the Hawks, Court Kings, Jason Tatum, Celtics, Swishful Thinking for the Rockets, Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz, Ray Allen for the Bucks. I still have 2016 Black Gold too, but I don't have that by the full case anymore. I only have that by loose boxes now. But it's the 2015 is a full case of Black Gold. We might actually even do that as a direct break. I wouldn't mind doing that. And then we could do the full case, and I'd throw in like a Saquon Barkley autographed jersey or something. I do still have 2 or 3 more of those hanging around. Amari Spellman for the Hawks, rookie Kings, Court Kings, Blake Griffin and the Pistons, retro Kevin Garnett and the T-Wolves, John Wall, All Heart for the Wizards, All Clear for Takeoff, Lakers, LeBron James. Jay Allen, I know, if I had some employees, we would have a little easier go of it, wouldn't we? Because then I could have someone who would create all those listings and take all those pictures. I could just say, hey, make this and this and this a listing, and have someone do it. That would be awesome. Although, really, if I just had them sort and ship, then I would have time to do the listings and stuff. But it's got to be one or the other, but I'm hoping maybe I'll get caught up on some stuff this week, because as you saw, I didn't schedule this particularly heavily over the next 4 or 5 days. In fact, it's lighter than normal for the most part, so maybe I can make up a little ground. Press Proof to 199 for the Knicks with Porzingis. Hall Kings, Dr. J and the Sixers. Doncic, rookie Kings for the Mavericks. That's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a takeoff. The Warriors All-Stars. The Jazz Retro. But yeah, honestly, I don't even know some of this stuff. How long I've even had some of this stuff. But you know, eventually I'll get it handled. This is probably the worst time of year in terms of just the companies pouring out massive amounts of products to get it in by the end of the year. So this is one of the more challenging times of the year to get it done. Press Proof Retro, Karl Malone for the Jazz. Hall Kings, Grant Hill and the Pistons. T-Wolves, Rookie Kings. The Rockets with a retro. The Raptors All-Stars, Wishful Thinking for the Raptors. But, you know, we'll get through it eventually. It's just so much stuff with a lot of cards in it. Even the Prism Football, you know, we're breaking that, twice next week in the upcoming week? And each one of those is basically a full day by the time it's sorted and prepped and shipped and out the door. Each one of those Prism breaks is about a full day's worth of work. Which is crazy. It's only, a little over 1,700 cards, but it's time-consuming. Oh, you were watching a Leaf Memorabilia Vault break today, and a Teddy Roosevelt autograph came out. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, that Leaf Memorabilia Vault is huge. It is taking up a massive amount of space. I've got to get that broken. And also, you know what else we have, Jay Allen, is Onyx Premier Gear. And I have, I don't know, 5 or 6 boxes of those too. That's another weird one where they called a box and a case the same thing. But it's really, I don't know. So however you want to call it. Allen Iverson Press Proof 76ers. Rookie Kings, Kevin Knox and the Knicks. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hall Kings for the Lakers. And Marvin Bagley, Rookies insert. The Magic Retro, the Pacers All-Stars. Yeah, Leaf Memorabilia Vault can have any number of things in it. And the other thing that's going to be interesting about that is, I mean, the box is really large. It is... Well, it would take up more than the size of my work table that we used to do the breaks. So that's the other thing. I'll have to, I guess, open it down in the floor and then just take stuff out a little at a time or something, or one at a time or whatever. I don't know. Quite know how we're going to do that yet. Press Proof Steph Curry to 99 Golden State Warriors. Yeah, it is huge is a good way to say it. It's an absolutely massive box, and it is taking up a massive amount of space. Hall Kings and the Suns, a Court Kings for the Lakers, Raptors All-Stars, Retro Hawks with Pistol Pete Maravich, and Rudy Gay for the Spurs with the All-Heart insert. But they are fun to open, Leaf Memorabilia Vault. Why can't I say that? Say that 3 times fast. I bet you can't. Leaf Memorabilia Vault, Leaf Memorabilia Vault, Leaf Memorabilia Vault. Well, I sort of did, but not very well. I stumbled over it, much like Tom Brady did while trying to run today. Of course, we know the guy's not a runner. I mean, we've kind of always known that, but this really is, just really is funny. James Harden and the Rockets, Wishful Thinking. Rookie Kings, Ayton and the Suns. LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs. The Bucks with an All-Star. Allen Iverson Retro and Allen Iverson All-Heart. Those apparently are going to come out together every single time. So when you see Iverson in one, right behind it is going to be Iverson for the other one. Seems to be our correlation pattern for that one. Yeah, you can have, as you say, autographed bats, autographed guitars. I mean, there's just crazy stuff that you can have come out of Leaf Memorabilia Vault. It's just all over the map. That's why it's so hard to break it traditionally, because the categories are extreme as to what could come out of there. It's really hard to cover and deal with. which is why I'm leaning towards doing it directly as a hits draft. Oh, man. Christian Laettner. Now that just, oh, man. Significant signatures. For the T-Wolves. So, of course, if anybody doesn't know this, I'm sure everybody does, but Christian Laettner played for Duke, of course. Rookie Kings Doncic, Mavericks. Court Kings Lonzo Ball and the Lakers. Chris Paul and the Rockets. Dennis Rodman for the Pistons. Dr. J for the Sixers. And, of course, he happened to be on the team that came up against my UK team in the tournament. And there happened to be a big game-winning, shot that beat us, and stepping on somebody's chest and all kinds of other stuff happened with Christian Laettner and UK in the NCAA tournament. And so Christian Laettner is just like a dirty word here in the state of Kentucky. It's worse than any curse word you could say. And then in the week where Duke just beat the absolute stuffing out of us, I have to have the indignity of also pulling the Christian Laettner autograph in the same week. This is a Press Pass Hall Kings Hakeem Olajuwon for the Rockets. DeAnthony Melton, number 349 for the Suns. Yes, I know he's in a Rockets uniform, but, we kind of went through that, right? Suns on the team, they're traded by designation, etc. Hall Kings for the Jazz. Rookie Kings for the Bulls. Dwight Howard and the Wizards. Gary Payton Supersonics, which is Thunder. And the Celtics All-Stars. Greg is here. Hi, Greg. See, I should have known talking about Duke was going to get Greg involved. But Greg, I'm surprised you were not involved talking when I was talking about the Patriots game today. I know you watched that. And I was talking, were you on here when I was talking about the trick play with the Edelman pass to Tom Brady where Tom just kind of got tackled by a blade of grass? I know you had to have seen that today. I know you did. I can just feel it. I can tell, Greg. Oh, yeah, I know that Christian Laettner, I'm sure, is a fine person. I just gave you the background of why I said it. I had the indignity of pulling his signature. Kentavious Caldwell Pope, significant signatures for the Lakers. I mean, I didn't say I hated him or anything like that. I just said, of all weeks, the week Duke beats us into the ground. Rookie Kings, Zaire Smith and the Sixers. Court Kings, Dennis Smith Jr. and the Mavericks. Oladipo and the Pacers. And there's a retro Charles Barkley for the 76ers. Wizards All-Stars. Yeah, there's a big rivalry there. That's probably, as a Kentucky fan, Duke is probably the team we like the least. And obviously I'm sure Duke doesn't like us either, but I would imagine that North Carolina is probably their bigger rivalry than we would be. I would imagine. I don't know that, but I would think so. Retro Series Press Proof, Karl Malone and the Jazz. Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks. DeAndre Ayton, Rookie Kings for the Suns. There's a Nowitzki Mavericks All Heart. A retro Grant Hill Pistons. And Blake Griffin for the Pistons. No, Aaron, we chat through the whole break. As a matter of fact, we talked through the entire break. So I would say, Aaron, if that is something that you don't enjoy, that you might want to take advantage of the mute button or the volume button. Because that is kind of how we roll through these breaks, Aaron. Generally speaking, you kind of figure people check out your breaks before they bid, but it sounds like maybe Aaron didn't check out our breaks and is not having a lot of fun. So I'm sorry about that, Aaron, but I would say that is where volume and mute would come in for you, brother. Number 249, that is a Dirk Nowitzki press proof for the Dallas Mavericks. Grayson Allen and the Jazz with a rookie king. That is a Hall King, Oscar Robertson and the Bucks. A retro for the 76ers. The Hornets with All-Stars. Swishful Thinking. That is for the Warriors. Yeah, Anthony, I mean, just everybody's got their own way of doing things. And certainly some breakers sit there and don't say a word. That's, not breaks that I enjoy watching, and that's not the kind of breaks that I do. And so obviously most people, I think, enjoy it, and people kind of, come back and forth, and we chat with each other, and most of us know each other in the room pretty well. But sometimes you get somebody that comes in who expects, a break to be in silence, and then there are people who have their other reasons for not liking it, and that's always unfortunate, but it is the way we do breaks around here. Press Proof Retro Series, Ray Allen and the Bucks. Of course, the other option too, Aaron, is that we do a recap at the very end. So if you don't want to watch it all, you can always hit the upload later, and there's a recap of all the hits at the end, and then that might save you some time and aggravation as well. Rookie Kings, Michael Porter for the Nuggets. That is Hall Kings, Reggie Miller and the Pacers. Dennis Smith Jr., all clear for takeoff, and the Mavericks. Trailblazers, All-Stars, and a retro Reggie Miller for the Pacers. Well, I mean, I will agree with you on that, Anthony. I have been in breaks before, like as a participant, that go like this. Bass, 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 bass. Just exactly like that all the way through until you get to the inserts. And to me, that's like no fun. I don't enjoy watching that. Robert Parrish and the Celtics, Hall Kings, Court Kings, Kyle Kuzma and the Lakers. Swishful Thinking for the Heat with Ray Allen, James Harden and the Rockets. A retro Dr. J for the Sixers. Philadelphia 76ers. Because, I mean, really, in a break like this, especially, you have the inserts and the hits in the middle. And then the rest of the time, you're either going to be silent, which seems kind of silly, or we can talk back and forth with each other and talk sports and things that are interesting and that sort of thing. So that's what I choose anyway. Greg, you said that those breaks are long and no fun. Yeah, well, the breaks are long in something like this regardless. It's just the time goes by a little faster if we find interesting things. I skipped past a numbered that we would talk about in the meantime. That is a press proof to 199 Jimmy Butler and the T-Wolves. Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Charles Barkley and the Suns. Paul Pierce for the Celtics. Shaq for the Lakers. There's Dominique Wilkins for the Hawks. Jay Allen says he doesn't get to talk to a lady about sports very often. Well, see, you should hang out with, you should just hang out with some of my friends. Most of my friends are pretty sports oriented as well. And my mother, I get a lot of that. My dad, of course, a big sports fan, but so too is my mother. My mother watches a lot of, especially collegiate stuff, more so than pros. But my mom's big into collegiate football and collegiate basketball, and she watches all that too. So my mom can talk some sports with you as well. Jeremy Lin for the Hawks. That is a significant signature, unnumbered. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lakers. Mark Gasol, Grizzlies. That's Grant Hill for the Pistons. Blake Griffin for the Pistons. And the T-Wolves with a big cat, Karl Anthony Towns, All-Stars. Greg, you said you survived Topps 2 Jumbo. Well, this, you know what, Greg? This is the exact same number of cards in this break as we had in Topps Series 1, Series 2, and Update. Yep. 3,000 cards in the case. And most of Series 1, Series 2, and Update, a lot of those we did as half cases. But we're rocking through the whole case tonight. Jay Allen, did the Hawks not sell tonight? I think they did. Wasn't it in the jersey where the Hawks didn't sell? I don't think it was in here. I think it was the Nets that didn't sell in here. This is numbered to 99, and it's coming to you, Jay Allen. It's Devontae Graham, Timeless Treasures for the Charlotte Hornets. Hall Kings for the Bucks. Court Kings, Mavericks. Dwight Howard for the Wizards. That is retro Gary Payton for Sonics/Thunder. Celtics All-Stars. Greg, you said the Eagles are losing? Really? What's the score? To the Cowboys? The Eagles are losing to the Cowboys? Are the Cowboys finally putting it all together? 13-6. Huh. Well, how about that? That's unexpected. Anthony, you said you need a little mojo for the Knicks, huh? Well, we'll see if we can't dredge something up for you. Swishful Thinking for the Rockets. It is a press-proof. Court Kings, Lonzo. Steve Nash for the Suns. All Heart T-Wolves. All Clear for Takeoff Kobe. And a retro for the Sixers. Cowboys had to settle for field goals inside the 5. Okay. Well, there you go. That's bad. So, LaMelo Ball, just seeing Lonzo go by. LaMelo Ball is now back in high school. Hello, where he should have been all along. But now he's saying he wants to play college basketball. But isn't his eligibility now long gone? I mean, he played professionally in Lithuania. He's had his own shoe. He's had all these things where he's made money. So isn't he no longer have amateur status? Retro Series Press Proof Ray Allen in the Bucks. DeAndre Ayton, Rookie Kings for the Suns. Court Kings, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs. Swishful Thinking, Celtics, Dwayne Wade, All Heart in the Heat. Retro Magic Johnson and the Lakers. So, yeah. So, dear old dad, I don't think did any favors for LaMelo, because he's talking about he wants to play for one of the high-profile colleges. I think he listed like UK and Duke and Kansas, North Carolina, maybe a couple of other schools. But I don't think he's going to have any NCAA eligibility, as far as I can tell anyway. Artist Gilmore and the Spurs Hall Kings. This is Jamichael Green, press proof to 349 for the Grizzlies. Court Kings, Oladipo and the Pacers. Rookie Kings, Grayson Allen for the Jazz. The Bucks, All-Stars. Retro Iverson and All Heart Iverson, both 76ers. Yeah, Jay Allen, here's the thing. Aren't they trying to say, and I may be wrong about this, but aren't they somehow now trying to say that, like, he didn't take the money for it, or, I don't know. His dad is always kind of trying to do something interesting, but I don't think the kid's going to be able to play college ball. I would be very surprised if NCAA gave him eligibility at this point. Court Kings, press proof, James Harden and the Rockets. This is to 349. It is a press proof as well for the Blazers. A Court Kings, LeBron for the Lakers. A Rookie Kings, Kevin Knox for the Knicks. Hornets All-Stars. Swishful Thinking for the Warriors with Klay Thompson. And Nowitzki All Heart for the Mavericks. Greg says Le'Veon Bell is done if he doesn't show up Tuesday. You are very right. He has Tuesday until 4 o'clock to show up and sign his franchise tender. Of course, the scuttlebutt around the league sources, it's always these unnamed sources, but the scuttlebutt around the league sources is that he's just going to set out the year. That seems to be the general consensus as of today. Now, yesterday they were still saying he was going to show up. Today they're saying he's not. To 49, that's a Jarrett Allen press proof for the Nets with a blue sunburst. Why do I keep doing that? Troy Brown Jr., Rookie Kings, Wizards, Court Kings for the Warriors. The Lakers retro, Kevin Durant, Warriors all heart. There's Doncic again with the rookies insert. But oh man, that turned out to be a torn ACL for Cooper Kupp. Man alive, I hate to hear that. I was afraid of that though. I saw that when it happened. I was watching that game, and the way he went down, usually when it's like that and there's little contact or no contact and they go down just out of nowhere and they're in that much pain, I was afraid that was going to be a torn ACL for that kid. And that's too bad because he's been playing really well. Really well. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It seems like that's happened so much more this year than normal. It's probably not more than normal, but it feels like it is. Kyle Kuzma, press proof to 99, red sunburst parallel for the Lakers. So I guess with Le'Veon Bell, it's obviously his agent that's telling him to do some of this stuff that he's doing. But I was thinking about this the other day. So if he doesn't report the entire year, he says this is all about money, right? He wants to get what he's worth and then guaranteed money, and he thought the Steelers offer didn't give him enough guaranteed money on the long-term contract, etc. But all of his money was guaranteed this year because he was on the tag. So he had $14 million in guaranteed money that he just walked away from. So what kind of monster deal do you have to recover that $14 million in guaranteed money and then add to it? Like, I think it's going to just come out a wash. That's the Jazz, the Sixers, the Celtics with the Rookie Kings, retro for the Celtics, the Warriors with All-Stars, wishful thinking for the Bulls. Because, I mean, think about it. That's a lot of guaranteed money to try to make up. So I think the Steelers had offered him, outside of the franchise tag. I mean, part of the long-term deal. I think they'd offered him something like 13 or 14 million guaranteed, maybe, and then 40 some odd million over the first 2 or 3 years of the contract. So they were front loading him, which is what you would want to do for a running back of his age and, wear and tear and whatnot. Make sure he gets most of his contract money. So now you would have to be looking at a $30 million guaranteed deal to make up for at least a $30 million guaranteed to make up for what you gave up this year and just walked away from. And you would think it would impact other things as well. I mean, don't they have, I would think, pension plans and stuff with the NFL, with the Players Association? Press proof, Dominique Wilkins, all clear for takeoff in the Hawks. Court Kings, Raptors. Hey, it's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Rookie Kings for the Clippers. Retro Hornets, all heart. Warriors, all clear for takeoff. Pacers. So it's an interesting decision. I heard someone had an opinion that perhaps he intended to come back and then kind of through a convergence of circumstances in that James Conner's playing really well all of a sudden. And then you've got, for a while at least, the O-line really talking smack about him not coming back. It's to 349, James Johnson, press proof for the Heat. The Blazers, Court Kings, Rookie Kings, Mikal Bridges, Swishful Thinking, and the Warriors, all heart. T-Wolves, retro Larry Bird. So maybe it's kind of a combination of things. So maybe he's figuring, well, he's going to come back. He's maybe not in great condition. He's probably not going to get the reps to play himself into condition because Connors there. And then you've got to go stand up and face a locker room that you think has possibly turned on you. So maybe those circumstances have kind of converged to lead him to believe that he can't effectively come back at all this year. I don't know. The Lakers retro press proof for Shaq. There's another Washington Wizards, Elvin Hayes. DeMarcus Cousins as a Warrior. Cavaliers with All-Stars LeBron, Wishful Thinking Hornets. Giannis All-Heart for the Bucks. Anthony, that's an excellent example. And honestly, that probably plays into his thinking too. Anthony's talking about Des Bryant, who, of course, finally, after having set out most of this season, signed a big deal, one-year deal, but a decent-sized deal with the Saints. And then in practice takes a weird step and boom, he's out for the year. He's, done. And probably will be out for a career, is my guess. By the time he comes back from that, I'm guessing he's probably just done. And so, yeah, Le'Veon's got to look at that and think, hey, what if that happens to me? Press proof to 199 Cavaliers. Which it could happen to him just as easily next year, too. But he would have more guaranteed money, in theory, is I think the idea behind it. There's Larry Bird in the Celtics. Kyrie for the Celtics. Trailblazers All-Stars. Retro Reggie Miller in the Pacers. Russell Westbrook and the Thunder All-Heart. Boy, I don't know if the Saints needed him or not, but I know they absolutely blew the Bengals practically out of the state of Ohio today. My gosh, they just dismantled the Bengals. In fact, the score was so ridiculous, I was outside working on some stuff. I didn't even watch the end of it. It was 40-something to 7 the last I saw of it. I think it actually ended up 50-something to 14 maybe, but it was, a blowout. To 99, press proof, Tyreek Evans and the Pacers. Rookie Kings, Jacob Evans, Warriors. Hall Kings, David Robinson and the Spurs. Retro Stoudemire for the Suns. Might be the first time we've seen that one. Spud Webb, Hawks for Takeoff. The Rockets with an All-Stars. Somebody chasing my little kitten down the hallway. That was the fun sound of kitten hissing while being chased by Big Brother. Yeah, that's what that was. Greg, I do agree with you. I think the Saints are probably the team to beat. The Saints and the Rams, to me, look like, but you got the Kansas City Chiefs in there, too, that you can't ignore. I don't know. All three of those teams have looked really good. The Rams maybe have come back to earth a little bit. Saints still look tremendous. And, of course, Kansas City Chiefs look tremendous. The Bucks, the Grizzlies with a Jaren Jackson Jr. Rookie King. The Bulls, Jaren Jackson for the rookies insert. A Scottie Pippen for the Bulls. 76ers All-Stars with Embiid. The kitten was loud in your headphones, so you heard the hissing? Yeah, he was like booking it down through the hallway. I heard him coming. Like, yes, buddy. And then the next thing you know, there they go, one right after the other. But you know who did look good first game after getting rid of their dead weight coach? Cleveland Browns. Hall Kings press proof 76ers. Press proof to 349 Jaren Jackson Jr. rated rookie for the Grizzlies. Court Kings Lillard. Hall Kings for the Warriors, a retro Charles Barkley and the Sixers, Wizards All-Stars, Wishful Thinking Heat. Now, they did not show the Cleveland game in my market, so I only got to see kind of the highlights and a little bit of the press conference, and then the highlights were the main thing. But really, they look like they were on point today. And Chubb is finally getting a chance to show his stuff, which I was very glad to see. I like that kid. out of University of Georgia. DeMar DeRozan, Court Kings, Press Proof, Spurs. Press Proof to 49. That is Chandler Hutchison, rated rookie. Starburst for the Bulls. Sunburst for the Bulls. Obviously, I've got Starburst candy on the mind. Court Kings, John Wall and the Wizards. Hakeem Olajuwon, Hall Kings for the Rockets. All clear for takeoff for the Thunder. There's a Pelicans All-Stars and a retro Paul Pierce and the Celtics. So yeah, I think Cleveland might actually get themselves a good coach this time. It seems like that they're going to let the Haslams are actually going to let John Dorsey do it his way now. And I think John Dorsey probably will do a really good job. So we'll see who they end up with. But I think they're at least on a good enough track at this point in time that it's an attractive job, which it wouldn't have always been. Now, this is a nice hit. Chicago Bulls with Wendell Carter Jr., significant signatures. I expect Wendell here to be pretty good. He's already been pretty good on point. Zaire Smith, Rookie Kings, Dennis Smith Jr., Court Kings, the Bulls with All Heart, the Thunder, Supersonic / Thunder, and that is the Bucks with Oscar Robertson Retro. Of course, Wendell Carter Jr. also came out of Duke, probably maybe the less heralded of the prospects that came out of Duke for whatever reason. It doesn't seem like people talked about Wendell Carter as much as they did some of the others. But kid looks to be the real deal so far. Vincent Edwards and the Houston Rockets. That's another significant signature, not numbered. So we have 6 boxes down with 4 boxes left to go. So we're a little more than halfway through. But that's still a lot of cards to look at. 1,200 cards still to look at. Yeah, I know. That is a lot, isn't it? It is at least merciful that the hits are right there in the middle, so you don't have to spend really any time at all through the base. Which does make it a little more bearable. Which is also about the only reason I can do all the top series 1, 2, and updates, because they're structured the same way. It's about the only way to survive it. There's a Rookie King, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Clippers. We've got the Blazers, the Cavs, the Hornets, and the Bucks for our other inserts. Yeah, we're cutting a path through it, Jay Allen. So we've still got a bit to go, though, with 4 boxes left. So this is part of that. This is part of the 4 that we're looking at. There's the other. There's our last 3 stacked over there. Definitely makes a big difference with just being able to stop in the middle, though. That makes life go a little bit easier for us. Actually, just realized stacked over there with the base, we had a press proof to 349 with Lonzo Ball. I just saw it. Sorry, I went through it at the first of the last stack there. Press proof, Donovan Mitchell and the Jazz. We've got the Spurs, the Raptors, the T-Wolves. There's another DeAndre Ayton rookies insert for the Suns, and then a retro Tim Duncan. Yeah, I know, Latchman. I didn't wear the brace for this one because when I was doing the brace, when I had the brace on doing, was it this or something else? One of the breaks I was doing last night, I think it was. I don't know, the cards were like, the brace was sticking out and it was bothering me in terms of the amount of cards I could hold in my hand easily, if that makes sense. And so, I don't know, it was bugging me and I didn't wear it. It is laying here on the table And I am considering having to put it on because my wrist is kind of screaming at me at the moment. But I'm going to try to do the break without it if I can. For the T-Wolves, that is numbered to 99 with a rookie dominator on a checkerboard pattern. It's Josh, is it Okogie or Okogie? Okogie? I don't know how to say his name. I know that doesn't, surprise you guys. Dwight Howard and the Wizards. There's the Celtics, the Hornets, the Warriors, the Pacers. Scott is here. I said Scott would be by later. Scott, where's our mullet picture, Scott? Where's the mullet picture? Jay Allen produced his last night, but yet yours, Scott, we haven't seen yet. You're holding out on us, my friend. The Celtics have a hit with Paul Silas, a little throwback signature. Significant signatures from back in the day for the Boston Celtics. We have Jazz, Wizards, Celtics, Heat, and Lakers. So, we're seeing just the same players over and over and over again at this point, which is why I'm just saying the teams on the inserts and not the player names. But if you guys want to go back to the player names, you can let me know. But otherwise, we'll kind of rock on like this. But I really don't know why they feel the need to put so many base cards in this set. To 199, Gary Trent Jr. and the Trailblazers. I mean, it really wouldn't be the end of the world if they had a few less base cards in this, Warriors and the Warriors again, back to back there. Raptors, the Pistons, and, oh, look at this. This looks interesting. A retro autograph for Petrovic and the Trailblazers? No, it is not an autograph, but then why is it facing backwards? Interesting. Is there something we don't know about it? What I do know about it is you've got some chipping down the edges on this side, and especially in this upper left-hand corner. But I don't know why it was facing back in the pack for some reason. Usually that means they're going to be autographed, but that was not. It wasn't even a press proof, so weird. Got my hopes up for nothing. Daggone it. Anthony, you're asking how frequently the next day autos come out. That is an excellent question. We were talking about that the other night when we were doing the half case. And it's last year they came out with more frequency than we have seen them this year. Out of the last case, which we did as 2 half case breaks, what did we find, guys? 2? Yeah, Jay Allen typed in there 2. Which is definitely, well, I should not say definitely, but I am pretty sure we found more than that of those last year. Press proof for the Cavs. There's the Suns, the Wizards, the Blazers, the Pacers, and the Thunder. So they seem to have tightened it up a little bit this year. We're not hitting as many next day autographs as we have in the past. Because I know last year that we were hitting definitely more than 1 or 2 per case last year. I think we were probably hitting closer to 3 or 4 a case last year. But they are a tough pull this year. Press Proof Retro Ray Allen. That's the Celtics, the Grizzlies, another Charles Barkley for the Sixers, the Wizards, All-Stars, Wishful Thinking for the Heat. There's a Charles Barkley short print in here as well. I have not come across one yet. I didn't see one in the first case, nor have I seen one, obviously, yet in this case. So that's another chase in here. Scott, you out of here, brother? All right, man. Well, we will catch you later. Don't forget to change that picture for us. We all want to see you with a mullet. You know we do. Zaire Smith and the 76ers. That is a Ricky King press proof. A press proof to 99 for the Rockets with a red sunburst Brandon Knight. We've got Warriors, Bucks, Suns, Hawks, and Rockets. But yeah, Anthony, the next day autographs, of course, are the kind of the crown jewel of Donruss basketball. That's the thing I always look for. I'm sure that's what most of us are looking for. But you can still make some money on the rated rookies, and especially the rated rookies that are press proofs, and certainly some of the other signatures and things we've pulled you can do a little bit with as well. Steve Nash and the Suns. There's Supersonics, which is the Thunder. The Heat, the Spurs, another Marvin Bagley, the rookies insert, and a retro for the Magic. Orlando. You know, Martin's not here tonight. I was just thinking about that. And, you know, he lives not far from where they are having all of those fires and things in California. So hopefully everything is kosher with Martin. We do normally see him stop by to say hey. Even when he's not in the break, he usually comes by. Court King's press proof for the Mavericks. That is a press proof to 349 for the Nets with Musa. Wizards, the Rockets again, and the Hornets, and the Warriors. Yeah, so hopefully there hasn't been any weird shift in the fire situation out there that's impacted Martin. I haven't really seen an update on that today. I know yesterday they said the wind had died down a little bit. Maybe they were going to make some progress, but then I think it was due to start kicking back up again either today or tomorrow and get it all going again. That's the Wizards. Oh, we've got one numbered to 10 hanging out behind it there. Let's get a look at who this is. It's for the Phoenix Suns. We have our gold sunburst to 10 with Josh Jackson, last year's rookie, one of last year's rookies for the Suns. Warriors, Bucks, Lakers, Sixers, Hornets. I'd like to find that Charles Barkley short print, though. It didn't really give us, or what I saw, didn't really give the exact odds. It just said less than 1 per case. Well, yeah, we know that part, but that didn't really tell us exactly how common they're going to be, but if we get through this as well, a second case with none, then you figure it's really is going to be a true short print. You know, sometimes Panini short prints aren't our idea of a short print. To 349, the Greek Freak press proof for the Bucks. Bulls, Blazers, Warriors, Doncic again for the rookies insert, and the Mavericks, the Celtics. Yeah, Anthony, the Barclays are not numbered either, but the short print one, have you seen it? You know what I'm talking about? It's like, it looks kind of like the other Charles Barkley's. It looks kind of like the retro series, but instead of saying like the retro series down there, it says Charles Barkley down there. Like, it's his own kind of subset, insert subset. So that's the one, that's the short print ones that I'm talking about. I mean, we don't pull him real often in the retro otherwise, but he does come out some in the other retro. But I'm talking about the true short print one. I haven't seen come out yet. So I don't know how frequently they're showing up. To $3.49, a press proof Jeff Green and the Wizards. The Clippers with Shea. The Blazers, the Warriors, the Jazz, and the T-Wolves. But I am super glad that they got Barkley back in the products and they got him on board to sign some things. I mean, that was big. He was missing for a long time. Now if they would get, if LeBron and some of those guys would get out from under that Upper Deck contract, that would make me happy. LeBron and Ben Simmons and Michael Jordan and all those guys. Let's get those out from under Upper Deck, and then we'll really be happy. Chad, you read that the Barkley short print is 1 to every 1.5 cases. Then we should have seen one by now, because this will be our second full case. I haven't seen one yet, unless it's somewhere in this we haven't found yet. Trayvon Blewett for the Pelicans. And I don't know a whole lot about that kid, so I don't know what, I don't know about that kid very much. Somebody who watches more NOLA, what's the skinny on Trayvon? Trae Young, the rookies insert for the Hawks. I think it's just crazy anyway that Upper Deck got exclusives with all those guys. Like, Panini could outspend anybody if they wanted to, and usually they do. And I don't know what the deal is as to why they would let, especially Ben Simmons. You know, LeBron and some of the other stuff a little farther back, but Ben Simmons really recently. Why'd they let that happen? That is a press proof for the T-Wolves. There's DeAndre Ayton and the Suns. We have the Spurs, the Raptors again, and the Lakers. Anthony, you said there's a Sixers and a Suns short print, but they both are on that same card set, I believe, right? Where at the bottom it has, instead of where it would say Retro Series, it has Charles Barkley, like in a cursive type style, so that you know it's his insert series and it's that is the short print. It's not the one that we find of him in the Retro Series and that sort of stuff. So, but I have yet to lay my hot little hands on one, so maybe one will come up for us here before too long. That's press proof Jazz. This is a press proof to $349 for the Rockets. Jazz again, the Bulls, the Lakers, the Jazz, and the Thunder. I would like to conjure it up. I'd like that. What are they selling for? Have you guys looked at the prices for any of the Barkley short prints? What kind of dollar amount are they bringing? They can't. Oh, Mavericks. Oh. Now see, now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Because this, you know what I think about this kid. So I am super jazzed about pulling this for the Mavericks. Doncic with a significant signatures. I wish, of course, it had been the next day auto, but I still am loving that hit. If you're the Dallas Mavericks, congrats. That's great. Chad, you said the Barkley short prints are $20 and up. I would have thought higher than that. Wizard, Celtic, Warriors, Mavericks, Pistons. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I guess it's just in general the Panini short prints don't bring as much as the tops do. And that's largely due to the fact that in the past, Panini would call something a short print, and we might pull 10 of it out of a case, which, you know, that's not really probably anybody's definition of a short print. We're all kind of used to, I think, to the way Topps does it, which when they call it a short print, it usually is a little tough to pull. With a few exceptions, like when you get into Heritage and Archives and a few of those type, their short prints are a little easier than some of the others, but nonetheless, I think that's part of the reason just Panini's short prints are not known as always being real, true shorts, but I think these are. Press proof for the Sixers. The Celtics, there's the Grizzlies with Jaren Jackson. Here comes the kitten again. There's the Pistons, the T-Wolves, and the Lakers. Except I believe he was maybe doing the chasing that time, as a matter of fact. That looked like a little... looked like the script got flipped on that one, and I think I saw him going by last that time. So Chad, you've got one already. Okay, so no wonder you were locked in on that price, because you want to probably keep an eye on that for the one that you have. But I am a little shocked that it's not going higher than that. Maybe it'll appreciate as people realize it's harder to pull than you would think. Zach LaVine and the Bulls, that's to 99. That's the red Starburst parallel press proof. Warriors again with your Rookie King on that one. Karl Malone for the Jazz, the Thunder, and the Rockets. And Jay Allen, you said the kitten got you again. I know, he's crazy loud when he runs through here, isn't he? He's on some kind of a little tear tonight. If I didn't know better, I'd think he had caffeine for dinner. But I do know better. I do know he didn't. But he's acting like a little... Well, it wasn't his fault the first time he was being chased, but it is his fault the second time. The Lakers and Kobe. The Spurs, the Raptors, the Jazz, the Bucks, and the Cavaliers. But I expect that is rather startling when you're wearing the headphones. It probably just really comes out in stereo as he goes flying by. You said it sounded like they were in the room with you. Oh man, that is bad. I'm sorry about that. Lately, everybody had kind of calmed down, because I mean, I keep calling him the kitten, but he's a little bit, he's over a year old now, because I found him about a year ago, maybe a slight bit over a year ago. I definitely had him at Thanksgiving last year, but I think he was still sick then, so I hadn't probably had him for very long. And they estimated he was, what, like 4 or 5 months old when I found him, so, or maybe 3 or 4 months old. So I don't know, he's over a year anyway. Should be settled down, and had been a little bit, but he's kind of into it tonight. The T-Wolves with Bates, Diop, or Diop, whichever way we are to say it. It is numbered to 99. And there, of course, you've got your relic and your autograph. And in pretty good shape. Maybe a little bit of edge and corner stuff on that. Nothing too tremendous. T-Wolves, Heat, Suns, Lakers, the rookies, Trae Young, and the Hawks. And we're in the next to last box right now. And we have yet to see a next day autograph out of here. And we've already found one of the autographs in this box. So we've got 3 more shots at finding a next day autograph. And if we go through a whole case without one, I'm going to be super disappointed in that. Dwayne Wade and the Heat, Dominator, checkerboard to 25. So that's a nice hit if you're Miami. Nice low number hit. '76ers, Thunder, Warrior, Sun. Which one of these things doesn't belong? Yeah, the Suns. Because all the rest of them, you know, Thunder, Sixer, Warriors, all contenders. And then, whoops, there's the Suns. I shouldn't talk bad about the Suns. I like the Suns. There's a lot. I mean, it's like UK West out there. They've got a lot of former University of Kentucky players. So I do like Phoenix. But I just wish they'd get their stuff together. Chad, I would love to find you a DeAndre Ayton autograph. That would make me really happy. All-Stars for the Raptors. There's the Rockets, Rookie Kings for the Bulls, Karl Malone and the Jazz, All-Stars, Thunder, and then the Rockets, wishful thinking. Ayton was coming out pretty good for us in, I guess it was Contenders draft picks, right, guys? I think, where we pulled his 1-of-1 autograph in that set. And I believe we pulled him out of there again. Didn't we have a couple of his autographs? Not just the 1-of-1, I think. And then outside of that, he's been really kind of a tough pull, too, as in terms of, you know, hoops and Donruss. He's not been really rolling out with regularity. To 49, it's a press proof for the Lakers with Kyle Kuzma, and that's the blue Star Sunburst. Yes, Star Sunburst. You know what I meant. Spurs, Clippers, the Bulls, the Warriors, the T-Wolves. It seems to me in general this year that the rookie autographs are not coming out. They never come out as much in basketball as they do in football. And that's largely just because, you know, football class has, what, 4 or 5 times the amount of rookies in it that a basketball rookie class has. So naturally, you're not going to pull the rookies as often in basketball. But this year in particular, it just seems like they're really not coming out with the same at the same pace that they have in years past. For the Sixers, a press proof for Julius Erving. There's the Pistons, the Warriors, the Wizards, the Lakers, and the Rockets. And Jay Allen says, yum, Starburst. I will say this. We've got certified basketball coming on Wednesday. And I think that there's a reasonable chance, maybe a better than reasonable chance, that we'll have a lot of rookie autographs in that. I think that we'll probably, I think certified will probably do pretty well in terms of that. And it should be a little better configured than it's been in the past few years, because we've only had totally certified the last few years, and certified minus the totally is actually a completely different product line. It's numbered to 99, Mirotic for Nola, a red Starburst with Magic, Nets, Jazz, Bucks, and Larry Nance Jr. for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Of course, we've already found both of our autographs out of this box, so that means the last box back there, last box mojo, will be taking effect shortly, and that's going to be, oh, there's one of our short prints. That's going to be our hope for finding the next day autograph. There's Sir Charles in our nice little short print. So for us, anyway, it has come out once out of 2 cases. So there you go. But the Sixers with the Charles Barkley short print that I've been jonesing to find. So yay for that. The Pistons with Dennis Rodman, the Rookie Kings for the Hawks, Court Kings Wizard, All-Stars Raptors, Pistol Pete Maravich for the Hawks, and the Spurs with Rudy Gay All-Heart. Yeah, I'm happy that we found that short print Barkley, because that was really kind of getting, that was not making me happy that we hadn't found it yet. I was like, oh, come on now. DMC, I am glad that we were able to find that for you. I was hoping we were going to find that for sure. Especially after you guys told me it was saying the odds were 1 in every 1.5. I'm like, come on, we can't go 2 cases and not have it. To 199 a press proof for the Jazz. That is Nets, Rockets, Raptors, Raptors again, and Lakers. Anthony, I agree with you. We most assuredly need to find ourselves a next day autograph as well. And it's going to have to be back here. I'm going to try to give it a little extra love and luck back there. It's going to have to be Last Box Mojo that delivers it to us because both the autographs have come out of this box already. So we're going to be down to the bitter end hoping to locate it. That's a press proof Pistons Blake Griffin, a press proof De'Aaron Fox to 349 for the Kings. There we have Spurs, Lakers, Lakers again, the Jazz, and the Thunder. Jay Allen's already working the mojo, hoping that next day, hoping we find a next day and that it comes out for his Hornets. There's Amari Spellman, Rookie Kings press proof for the Hawks. And, ooh, we have a little black coming out here. A black press proof Al Horford and the Celtics. You know what that means. Oh, yes, it's a handsome 1 of 1. A nice 1 of 1 for the Boston Celtics with Al Horford. So, yay for 1 of 1s. Dominique Wilkins and the Hawks, the 76ers with Landry. And there's Bagley for the rookies, and or the rookies insert for the Kings, I should say. Magic and Pacers. So that box wasn't too bad to us. We got the 1 of 1 out of it, and the Charles Barkley short print. And we got the nice low-numbered Dwayne Wade. So, yeah, that box was not too shabby. So here we go, kids. It is Last Box Mojo time. So we need our last box to deliver to us a next day autograph for one thing. And for another thing, we need to have some heat and some fire out of this last box. Jay Allen, you don't have any 1 of 1s in your collection, so we need to work on that for you in general then, don't we? Try to conjure that up for you along the way. Landry again, our Rookie Kings press proof for the 76ers. A rated rookie to 199 press proof Vincent Edwards. For the Rockets, Court Kings, Warriors, Sixers, the Celtics, the Warriors, the Bulls. But we haven't, I shouldn't say it out loud. I was getting ready to say something we haven't found yet, which was a good thing. And then I thought, maybe I should not put that out in the universe. So I'm just going to walk that back. Just walk that back and we won't say it. All right, 76ers. Here's one of our autographs out of the last box. It's Zaire Smith. Is it going to be our next day autograph for the Sixers? Nope, it is a significant signature for the Sixers with your rookie Zaire Smith. Bulls, Jazz, T-Wolves, the rookies DeAndre Ayton and the Suns, Tim Duncan for the Spurs. So we've got one autograph left to find, and then, of course, obviously, we've still got plenty more inserts and things to take a look at. Jay Allen, the lowest numbered card you have is to 10, and it's one I pulled for you. Oh, that's good. I like that part. Well, look at this. this is going to answer our question, because here's our second autograph, and this is definitely not going to be an on-card autograph or a next day auto, because this is an old dude. And it is Jim Barnett for the Warriors. Significant signatures. So we did an entire case with not a single next day autograph in it, unless they've blessed us with an extra autograph in one of these remaining packs. That is kind of unbelievable to me. Robert Williams, Rookie Kings, the Thunder with the Court Kings. There's the Celtics, the Lakers, and the Hawks. Like, I would have not in any circumstance would have thought that we would have done an entire case without pulling a single next day autograph. That's certainly not ever the way that Donruss has been in the past. That's for sure. And it's not even the way it went for us in the last case. Press Proof, Bulls, Grizzlies, the Wizards, the Lakers, the Warriors, another Doncic rookies insert. Of course, the last case we split into half case breaks, but still, I believe we found two next day autographs in that particular case, and none in here. That's super strange. Mavericks, Suns, Celtics, Heat, and Lakers. Yeah, Jay Allen, I guess we were shut out, at least on next day autos. I mean, obviously you got something for your Hornets, so you weren't shut out in that sense. But you know what? This pack feels thicker. I guess it's not thicker, but somehow it feels thicker than our other packs. I don't suppose it is. We've already pulled our autographs, and so I guess it's the same as the others, but it doesn't really feel like it. Charles Barkley and the Suns. There's the Pacers, the Bucks, the Sixers, and the Sixers. No, it's just same old regular pack like all the rest, but it somehow felt thicker than the others. Yeah, Jay Allen, you remember too in the last case as well, so I don't know why they didn't have any in this case, but here we are nonetheless. Celtics, Jazz, Bucks, Wizards, Supersonics, which is Thunder, and Celtics. Well, maybe the next case of it will hit like 3 or 4 then. You know, Panini's whole thing is always on average. So, yeah, maybe that will even itself out in the next case as well. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. Warriors, the Suns, the Lakers, the Hornets, and the Warriors, and the Mavericks. So this upcoming week on Wednesday, we have Certified Basketball. And then on Friday, we will have not Immaculate, we'll have Flawless Collegiate, but 2018-19. So, of course, we're still breaking a little 17-18 Flawless, that new case that I brought in. We're going to break it on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll start breaking 18-19 Flawless Collegiate on Saturday. So we'll break Flawless from 17-18, and then right behind it from 18-19. So that'll be fun, 3 or 4 days in a row there. Press Proof, Simmons and the Sixers. There's the Hornets to 349. Spurs, Jazz, Tracy McGrady, the Pistons, and the Blazers. And we will have more Donruss basketball too, but I'm going to stop and obviously open the certified because it comes out Wednesday. So we'll open Certified. We'll open Flawless, both 17, 18, and 18, 19. And then probably get back into Donruss again next weekend, probably. Like Saturday, Sunday, something like that. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Rookie Kings, Kevin Knox and the Knicks. There's a Hall of Kings for the Lakers, Grant Hill and the Pistons, Blake Griffin and the Pistons, and finally the T-Wolves, Karl Anthony Towns. So we're going to recap here in a second. After we recap this, I will put up spreadsheet information again for anyone who might have missed it. It will show you, of course, the anticipated shipping dates. So we'll talk about consolation cards and all that sort of jazz. We're also going to take a look at the breaks that are coming up over the course of the next 5 days. So we'll put all of that up in a minute after we do our recap here. Obviously, I'm not recapping everything that was numbered because you know what? There's a ton of numbered stuff in there and it's mostly high numbered, but I pulled out the good stuff. This is a nice 1-of-1 black parallel for the Celtics. It is Al Horford. Our Charles Barkley short print finally made an appearance. This one is for the 76ers. And then the Phoenix Suns hit a Starburst numbered to 10 with a little press-proof Josh Jackson. Exactly, Jay Allen. That was what I was going to say earlier, and I decided I didn't want to tempt fate by putting it out in the universe when I said, oh, at least we have it hit. And then I was like, nope, I'm walking that back. That's exactly what I was thinking. At least we didn't pull a bunch of redemptions out of it. So, yes, I was happy about that, too. Significant signatures for the Warriors. That is Jim Barnett. Significant signatures, Zaire Smith for the 76ers. Nice low number to 25 with Dwayne Wade and the Heat on a Dominator signature. There's Bates Diop for the T-Wolves. It's to 99, your relic and signature combo. Here's the nice significant signatures for Doncic and the Mavericks. That's I know it's not the next day, but still that's a nice hit. Trayvon Blewett for the Pelicans. The Celtics with Paul Silas. A rookie Dominator, Okogie, I don't know how to say it. It's to 99 for the T-Wolves. Vincent Edwards, significant signatures for the Rockets. Significant signatures, Wendell Carter Jr. That's another nice one. That's for the Bulls. Timeless Treasures, that is numbered to 99, relic and signature for Devontae Graham. Jeremy Lin, significant signature for the Hawks. Significant signature, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope for the Lakers. There's Christian Laettner, significant signature, T-Wolves. Hall Dominator, Jones, Sam Jones for the Celtics. That is numbered to 99. Significant signature, Okobo for the Suns. Dominator, Miles Turner to 99 for the Pacers. Significant signatures, Devontae Graham again for the Hornets. So you ended up with a pair of those, or different card sets, but a pair of Devontae Grahams out for the Hornets. Grayson Allen for the Jazz, numbered to 99 with the relic and signature. And we started things off with Derek Favors, numbered to 5, significant signatures for the Jazz. So that is our break recap. Let's get the spreadsheet information up here one more time, just in case anyone missed it earlier. We'll slap it up here for you real quickly. So, of course, a couple of different things to note on there. Anticipated shipping dates. Thursday for the break we just completed, the paid shipping break of Donruss basketball. The free shipping break, which was the jerseys. Always the free stuff is projected out about a week after an auction ends, although it often goes out to you earlier. So it would go out to you no later than Saturday and most likely earlier than Saturday. Please remember there is no mail service tomorrow on Monday. No pickup, no drop-off. I will be no delivery either, of course. I will definitely be printing labels, but they're not going to be picked up until Tuesday, and they'll have Tuesday's date on them. But you're going to see shipping notices tomorrow, but understand that tracking won't update until Tuesday evening sometime, most likely. And, of course, consolation cards. Don't have to worry about that for Donruss basketball. Every bidding position pulled cards. And if you were skunked in the basketball jersey, of course, your consolation card. Typically, I'm going to hang on to it until the next break simply because it is a free shipping break. I do keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period, and I send them all at once the next time you have a package heading your way. If you're in that free shipping break, however, and you do not want to wait for your next package to ship, all you need to do is shoot me a message and let me know, and I will get you squared away. Taking a look right now at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night is an easy night, and it'll be a relatively quick break as well. We're going to do a half case of autographed mini football helmets and a full 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys. On Tuesday, we'll do a full case of Prism football. Wednesday is Hit Parade 4th and Goal football memorabilia. It's 4 autographed items in that box: full-size helmet, mini helmet, jersey, and photograph. We're also going to do 2017-18 Flawless Basketball. That's going to be the start of a new case. And then we'll do a 12-box case of 2018-19 Panini Certified Basketball. That will be coming out on Wednesday. So it comes out Wednesday. We'll bust into it Wednesday night. Thursday, we'll do 2017-18 Flawless again. And we'll do Prism Football again. On Friday, right now, the only thing I have listed is the 2018-19 Flawless Collegiate. However, I do expect that I will add on Tuesday evening, I'll plug in a 3-day auction to end on Friday night. We'll probably just plug our second case of certified into Friday night, which is kind of where I intended it to be anyway. I don't know. I jacked around, messed up, and, starting at 9:15 tonight, I didn't leave myself enough time to get the listing done. So that was my fault, but we'll get it sorted out. And that, I guess, is it for me tonight. So appreciate everyone joining and being part of the break tonight. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead. And we'll see you again tomorrow night. Or if not, then sometime soon, I hope. Bye now.